Welcome to another exciting night of varsity boys basketball here on CPHS 6. I'm Emily Desmond, and tonight we have the Port Huron Big Reds versus the Anchor Bay Tars. And the Big Reds win the tip-off. Everett Boone with the ball. Over to Mark Chapman. Looking to pass up top to Winslow Chapman. Over to the corner to Jamie Main. Back to Everett. Over to Mark Chapman. Big Reds can't seem to get past the three. Everett's shot on the three is no good. And we go to the Tars with the ball. Anthony Smith drives it in, puts it up, missed. Big Reds now with the ball. Mark Chapman with the ball. Passed over to Main. Main looking over to Boone. And again, Big Reds can't seem to get to the paint. Inside to Zamalek. Looks like the ball will go out of bounds and the Tars have the ball. Buckley over to Smith. Smith with the shot and it's good. The Tars take a 2-point lead. Here's Boone with the ball. Over to Zamalek, who loses it. Luckily, Mark Chapman there able to keep it. Main with the ball. Looking up top to Mark. Over to the corner to Boone. His shot's missed. Smith with a pass up to Merritt. And that will go in for two. Big Reds down by 4 right now. Here's Mark Chapman. Over to Main. Main looking across court. Over to Mark, and Mark Chapman for 2. Smith facing the full court press here by the Big Reds. Finally able to get it over half. Over to Metter. And Merritt goes down, but it's a Big Red ball. Mark Chapman looking to pass. Inside to Zamalek. His shot's missed. Rebounded by Dombrow for the Tars. Looking in, and it's gone. Looks like it might have actually hit a cheerleader, too. Main's going to pass it in to Mark Chapman. Over to Boone. Boone looking inside to Zamalek. Back up top. Stolen by Matthew Buckley. Dombrow puts it up. Missed. Rebounded by Mark Chapman. Mark Chapman looking down low. Can't seem to find anyone. Over to Main. Main up top to Boone. Looks like the Big Reds are having a hard time here getting a play. Boone's going to drive it over to Zamalek. His shot is missed. Rebounded by the Tars. Here goes Anthony Smith driving it up the court into the paint and puts it up. It's a layup for 2. Big Reds down by 4. Mark Chapman with the ball. Passed over to Boone. Boone back up top to Chapman. Mark Chapman. Inside to Main. Looks like Maine is going to be called for the foul. Tars ball. Smith bringing up the court real quick and puts it up for another layup. It's 2 layups in a row there for Anthony Smith. The Big Reds are getting beat hardcore defensively. They need to step it up. Down by 6 with 4 minutes and 15 seconds left on the clock. Offensively, the Big Reds have not been able to get a play down. Luckily, they were able to pass into Zamalik, and he put up the 2, but they're still trailing by 6. Team needs to work hard offensively as well as defensively here. The Tars are going to take advantage of the weak defense here by the Big Reds if they don't decide to step it up. Mark Chapman with the ball. He's going to look to run a play over to Boone. Double team, breaks through it, runs, drives the lane, and puts it up for 2. It's exactly what the Big Reds needed. Now down only by 4. And the 3-pointer by Buckley is no good. Ball rebounded and put up by Austin Merritt. Mark Chapman passes to Boone. Boone looking down to Zamalik. Back to Boone, and he puts it up. Rebounded by Dombrow over to Smith. Smith's going to drive it up. Metter puts it up. Rebounded by Buckley. Back up top to Metter. And to Buckley here. See if they're going to run a play. Smith's going to make the drive, and he puts it up for 2. That's 6 points so far now by Smith. Now we got Mark Chapman over to Boone. Back to Mark Chapman. And it looks like the ball will be stolen away. Looks like the Tars are going to have the ball. Looks like the Big Reds are going to hang back for this one. Doesn't look like they're going to play the full court press. And we look over, Smith with the ball trying to fake. Over to Merritt, and he will be called with the travel. Boone bringing the ball up the court. He's going to try and run the play. Let's see. Over to Esters. Back to Boone, to the corner, to Maine. Inside. And that basket will count. And that puts Esther at the line. Big Reds trailing by 6 with 2:27 on the clock. The free throw was missed. And the Tars now with the ball. Smith pushing aggressively up the court. Look into the corner. Over to Dombrow, and he puts it up for 3. Big Reds with the ball. Maine puts it up. And he's got his first 3. Smith passing it to Dombrow. Dombrow looking for the drive. He's going to attempt the 3. Missed. Rebounded by Buckley, and he puts it up for 2. Big Reds down by 8. Esters with the drive. Shot is missed. Smith bringing the ball up the court. He's gonna take it, and his shot is good for 2. Big Reds now down by 10. Everett Boone bringing the ball up, looking to pass over to Esters. Esters back up to Boone, looking inside to Fayad. Main to Boone. Boone with the shot, and it is good. 3-pointer by Everett Boone. Less than a minute on the clock. Smith bringing it up for the Tars. Gonna take the drive, and he loses ball. Big Reds now with the ball with 45 seconds in the first. Boone pass to Wagner. It's back to Boone, he fakes. Puts the shot up, missed. Rebounded by Fayad. Over to Boone, and Boone's shot is good. Smith with the ball for the Tars. He's gonna let the clock run, it looks like. 10 seconds now. He's gonna take the shot, missed. Rebounded by Dombrow. And over the back there by Andrew Metter. And after the first, it looks like the Big Reds are gonna be down by 4. Actually 6, my bad. It looks like the Tars are back to come out to play the second quarter. And here come the Big Reds. Looks like Ryan LaRose is going to take the ball out for the Tars. Passing into Smith. Smith over to Dombrow. Looking to the fake. And Matthew Buckley tips it out. Esters passes it into Boone. Big Reds now with the ball. Looking to pass over to Maine. Inside to Fayad. And his shot is up for 2. Big Reds trying to close the gap here. Now we got Anthony Smith driving the ball for the Tars. Looking over to Dombrow to the corner to LaRose. Back to Dombrow up top. Over to Buckley. Buckley double teamed, loses it. Able to get it back to Smith. Smith loses it. Stolen away by Esters. Now Boone with the ball for the Big Reds. Gonna pass down to Fayad. And he'll put it up for another 2. 4 points there by Fayad here in the second. Shot by Smith is missed. Boone now with the ball for the Big Reds. Over to the corner to Maine. Over to Boone. Across to Esters. Esters trying to drive, can't find anything. There he goes, finds open lane. He's gonna be fouled on the way up. Esters will step to the line for the Big Reds. Big Red's only down by 2. And his first shot is good. If he makes this, he could tie up this game. And the second shot is off the rim, no good. Here comes Anthony Smith, double teamed at the line, able to get it over, pass to LaRose. He's gonna drive. His shot missed, rebounded by Fayad. Boone over to Main, up top to Fayad. Down to Wagner, and he puts it up for 2. Big Reds now taking a 1-point lead. And here comes Anthony Smith for the Tars. Looks over to Dombrow. Dombrow driving the lane. Layup is missed, rebounded by Fayad. Boone now with the ball. Passed over to Esters up top. Back to Boone, looking to call. Back over to Esters. And his shot is up. Main takes the shot, and it is good. Nice three-pointer there by Jamie Main. Big Reds now up by 4. Big Reds, and now the Tars back on the court. 5 minutes and 26 left on the clock here in the second quarter. Anthony Smith with the ball. Taking the shot at the 3, missed. Rebounded by Zamalik. Esters is gonna bring the ball up quick. Looking over to Boone. Down to Main, and he can't get a handle. So it looks like Johnson is going to throw it in over to Smith. LaRose missed. Rebounded by Zamalik over to Esters. Esters looking to pass over to Boone. Back to Esters. He's going to take the 3, and it is good. Big Reds up by 7 now. Anthony Smith making the drive. It's missed, tipped up. Be rebounded by Zamalik. Boone's gonna drive it down quick, looking to pass down to Main, inside to Fayad, and he puts it up for 2. Excellent offense here by the Big Reds. They're really coming back from their struggles they had in the first quarter. Smith now with the ball. Over to LaRose. LaRose to Buckley. Buckley's shot missed. Rebounded by Johnson. And that'll be a jump ball. The Big Reds will take it out of bounds. Boone's gonna get the ball with 4 minutes left in the second. Big Reds up by 9. Over to Wesley. Back up to Boone, to Esters. Esters looking to make a play. Down to Zamalik. It looks like there'll be a foul on the Tars, and Fayad takes the ball out. Passing it in to Esters. Esters puts it up, and it's good for 2. Big Red's pulling away with the lead here. Smith looking to get around, drives it up, and puts it in for 2. Wesley with the ball, looking to pass to Boone. Boone, passes and throws it away. Johnson bringing the ball up over to Buckley, and he puts it up for 2. It's a very fast-paced game now. Big Reds at the ball. Esther gonna take the drive. His shot missed. He gets his own rebound. Tries to dribble it back up, but it's stolen away. Here's Johnson, but it's stolen again by Wesley here. Over to Boone, who catches it luckily before it goes out. Big Red's gonna slow things up a little here. Over to the corner. To Esther's, up to Boone. Boone's gonna take the shot, missed. Rebounded by Smith. Over to Buckley, and he's gonna be called with the travel. He would have had it if he took one more dribble there, but ref's gonna call it. Maine's gonna take the ball out for the Big Reds. Over to Boone. Boone with 2:20 left on the clock. Pass to the corner to Maine, inside to Zamalik. Looks like the Big Reds get the ball out of bounds. Gonna make some substitutions here. Mark Chapman now back in the game. Fayad and Boone are gonna step off the court for a little bit. Also in for the Big Reds, we have Tyler Robotham. Zamalik inbounds the ball. His shot missed, rebounded by Chapman, Mark Chapman. And the shot by Maine is good. Nice 3 there by Maine. Big Reds now with a 10-point lead. Smith's gonna go up, misses. Rebounded by Zamalik. Mark Chapman now with the ball. He's gonna pass up to Maine. Inside to Zamalik, he puts it up for 2. Big Reds gaining another bigger lead here. Ball over to Dombrow now for the Tars. And he gives the ball away to Jamie Maine, and he's gonna take the drive. His layup missed. Anthony Smith able to get a hold of it, and he's gonna take the drive for the Tars. Ball passed inside to LaRose, and there's gonna be a foul on the Big Reds. Ryan LaRose is gonna shoot at the line for the Tars. 1:05 left in the second quarter. LaRose's first shot is missed. Fouls are pretty even here, 2 to 3. 2 for the Big Reds and 3 for the Tars. And LaRose's second shot is good. Big Reds with a 12-point lead here with 1:05 in the second. Mark Chapman bringing the ball up leisurely here, looking to make a play. Over to Maine. Maine up top to Wesley. Back to Maine, inside to Robotham, and there's gonna be a foul. Big Reds get the ball out of bounds. Maine passes it in over to Robotham, and he puts it up for 2. Dombrow with the ball. Pass over to Presley. There'll be another foul on the Tars. Robotham passes it in to Mark Chapman. 30 seconds left in the second. Looks like he's going to stand there and dribble unless they're going to come and guard him here. It's the only way he's going to pass. He's going to run the clock down. 12 seconds. Passed over to Jamie Main. Up top to Mark Chapman with 7 seconds. Inside to Tyler Robotham. And that'll be a jump. The Tars are now in possession of the ball. Passed into Smith with 3 seconds. He's going to try and make the drive. He's going to put it up. And the shot is no good. At the end of the second quarter, Port Huron Big Reds lead in 40-26 over the Anchor Bay Tars. And we're back to start the third quarter. Mark Chapman with the ball for the Big Reds. Mark Chapman with the double dribble, and the Tars will take control of the ball. Metter throwing the ball into Buckley. Buckley looking down over to Metter. Driving by Anthony Smith. And that will draw the first foul for the Big Reds here in the third. First shot is missed. And his second shot is also missed. Rebounded by Metter. Put up by Buckley, missed. Rebounded by Zamalik. Boom with the ball over to Mark Chapman inside to Winslow Chapman, and he puts it up for 2. Anthony Smith with the ball for the Tars, driving the lane. Layup missed, rebounded by Everett Boone for the Big Reds. He's going to take the ball up the court, looking to pass down to Zamalik. Zamalik puts it up, missed. Rebounded by Austin Merritt for the Tars. Over to Anthony Smith. Over to Dombrow. He's going to take the drive, and he puts it up for 2. Everett Boone slowing things up a little bit, calling the play here. Boone looking across, tries to get it to Maine. But it'll be tapped out of bounds by Andrew Metter, and the Big Reds will have the ball. Passed over to Boone. Boone driving it up, looking inside, over to Maine. Maine inside to Zamalik. Dribbles, turns it around, puts it up. Rebounded by Dombrow for the Tars. Shot by Austin Merritt, missed. Rebounded by Zamalik, who throws it up to Boone. Boone's going to try and drive it to the net. He puts it up, missed. Looks like the ref's going to call a foul. The foul is going to be on Zamalik. And it looks like Matthew Buckley is going to shoot at the line. His first shot is made. And so is the second. Dombrow's going to take the ball out for the Tars. Pass it into Buckley. Buckley with the ball. Heavy pressure there by Mark Chapman, but able to get the ball over to Dombrow. Down to the corner to Andrew Metter. Metter stuck looking to pass over to Smith. Smith throws it up for two. Mark Chapman with the ball. He's gonna look over to Boone. Boone through the legs and goes for the drive. His shot missed. Rebounded by Boone himself. He's gonna miss it again. And the ball will be off of Fayad, so Tars here with the ball. Smith dribbling it up the court. Looking to drive inside. Stopped. Over to Merritt. Mark Chapman throws the ball into Boone, and he wasn't even looking. Able to get the ball back and over to Chapman now. Looking to pass over to Winslow Chapman, over to Maine. Boone gonna run the baseline. And he'll be pushed out of bounds. And that foul is gonna be on Buckley. Maine's gonna take it out at the baseline. Throws it into Boone. Boone looking inside to Winslow Chapman, back to Boone. Boone fakes, puts it up. He's gonna miss. Rebounded by Dombrow. Over to Smith. Smith throws it without even looking to Buckley, and Buckley puts it up for two. Big Red's only up by 9. Excuse me, 10. Winslow's gonna get it over to Mark Chapman. And Jamie Maine's gonna drive it in for two. Big Red's up by 10, and they're gonna draw the foul. And it looks like Esters is gonna come in for Mark Chapman. Buckley with the ball for the Tars. Looking over to Merritt. To Buckley, down low to Smith. Smith gonna drive it and able to get it in for two. Esters with the ball, gonna drive it to the hoop. He tries to put it up, but trips. Boone able to save the ball. Over to Esters. Esters puts it up for two, and he'll be fouled. Big Red's up by 10. And Jalen Esters will go to the line. And this shot is missed. Buckley able to get the ball, and he's going to go for the drive. And he puts it up for two. Esters with the ball, and he'll be called for the travel. Tars now with the ball. Big Red's only up by 8. And Kenny Dombrow is going to throw the ball in over to Anthony Smith. 3 minutes and 25 seconds left on the clock. Smith's shot was no good. Rebound caught by Jalen Esters. Over to Fayad, who was wide open. Puts it up with the layup for two. Anthony Smith looking down. Over to Merritt. Merritt's shot is missed. Everett Boone now driving the ball up. Looking to pass over to Jamie Main. He's going to look inside. Looks over to Esters. Back to Main to Boone. Boone with the drive. He's going to go in the paint. Puts it up, misses. Rebounded by Fayad, and he puts it up for two. Smith with the ball. Over to LaRose. LaRose back to Smith. Smith looking around. Back to LaRose at the top. He's going to take the shot. Missed. Rebounded by Fayad, and he drives the ball down. Looks to pass over to Winslow Chapman. The layup is no good, but it looks like they'll draw the foul. Winslow Chapman is going to shoot at the line for two. Big Reds up by 12 with 2 minutes and 14 seconds left on the clock. First shot is missed. And we have Zachary Johnson coming in. And it looks like Austin Merritt is going to be out for now. And his second shot is rolled off the rim, but Fayad puts it up for two. 6 points right there by Fayad. Excellent offensive skills he has. Jalen Esters now with the ball for the Big Reds. He's dribbling down and able to put up the layup even though he had a wall. Smith with the ball, missed, rebounded by Fayad, and Boone goes. In the paint, blocked by the Tars. Now LaRose with the ball. Tries to pass it over to Zachary Johnson, but way over his head. Looks like Winslow Chapman and Everett Boone are out. We've got Mason Jackson and Tyler Robotham now in the game for the Big Reds. Excellent play there by the Tars, and Dombrow puts it up for two. Smith with the ball, going for the drive, and puts it up for two. Big Reds only up by 12 here. Pass over to Wagner, to Wesley. Fayad with the ball, over to Main. Main throws it up. Rebounded by Anthony Smith, and here goes the drive by Buckley for the Tars. His layup missed. LaRose able to get the ball, or at least he thought he did until Main came up, and that'll be a jump ball. LaRose throwing it in over to Smith. Smith's gonna take the shot. It's short. Jamie Main now with the ball for the Big Reds. He's gonna look for the drive. Over to Wesley, over to Jalen Esters. Over to Wesley. Wesley's gonna go for the drive, but throws the ball out. Actually, they're gonna call that a tip off of the Tars, so the Big Reds get the ball after all. Fayad gets the ball, misses, rebounded by Esters. Esters puts it up. It's back up for two. Less than 10 seconds on the clock. Smith with the ball for the Tars. Looks like he's going to be fouled here. Looks like by Jalen Esters. It's Esters' first foul of the night. Ball passed into Buckley. Buckley's going to take the shot, and it's good for two. Mark Chapman back in the game. And that ends the third. Port Huron Big Reds still on top, 56-44. And since the Anchor Bay Tars. You didn't expect this outcome. If you saw the Big Reds first quarter here, it looks like they were down and out for a little bit, and they were able to manage to tie it up and stay ahead the rest of the game. The Tars not out of it just yet. They're only down by 12. Be interesting to see what actually happens in the last 8 minutes here as we go into the fourth. The Tars need to offensively start shooting a little more and possibly step up their defense here. Big Red's doing an awesome job here on offense. Fayad coming out of nowhere, it seems like, and putting up 6 right in the third. Let's see how this game shapes up, and it looks like the Big Reds are going to take the ball out. Esther's with the ball here. Looks like the Tars are going to play a full court press. Mark Chapman with the ball. Going to look for the drive. Can't seem to get around Johnson there. Esther's with the ball, puts it up, missed, tapped in. That's another 2 for the Big Reds. Anthony Smith now with the ball, gonna try and drive up the middle. And his shot is missed. He's gonna draw the foul. Anthony Smith at the line for the Tars. First shot is good. Tars down by 13. They can definitely use it here. Second shot missed. Rebounded by Wagner. Mark Chapman throws it down to Esters. Fayad able to get it and put it up for 2. Fayad is just having an excellent game here for the Big Reds. Now the Tars with the ball. Buckley over to Merritt. Merritt over to Smith inside. Smith's gonna turn around, put it up, missed. Wagner able to get a hold of the ball. Mark Chapman gonna throw it over to Esters. Esters gonna go for the drive behind the back, spin move, and put the layup in for 2. Very showy, but it did pay off. You never want to see a guy spin around and fake out and do all that fun, crazy stuff and not get the points. Got to get those basic layups. Big Reds up by 17 here in the fourth. 6:49 left on the clock. Anthony Smith called the timeout. Be interesting to see if the Big Reds can keep their big lead here, if they're going to fall off in the last couple minutes. The Tars really needing to get back in this game, but offensively, it doesn't look like they're going to be able to do it. Johnson passes the ball into Buckley. The Tars with the ball. Smith up top, looking to drive down over to LaRose. His shot missed. Rebounded by Merritt. Stolen by Fayad. He's going to pass it back to Mark Chapman. Over to Jalen Esters. Over to Jamie Main up top. Back to Mark Chapman. Up top to Esters. Esters looking to spin dribble. Now he's stuck in the paint. Over to Wagner, back up top to Mark Chapman. Big Reds not able to seem to break through this defense. Mark Chapman's shot missed. Rebounded by Fayad, his shot missed, over to Chapman. Wagner with the ball. Wagner's gonna take the drive to the basket, his shot missed. The tap by Mark Chapman, no good. And here comes Anthony Smith driving it up. Over to Buckley for the three, and it is good. Mark Chapman over to Jamie Main. Main looks like he's having a hard time keeping control of it, but able to. Drives the paint over to Fayad, and it's up for two. Anthony Smith over to Buckley, back to Smith. Smith looking for the drive. And the Big Reds are gonna foul. Looks like Anthony Smith is gonna be at the line. His first shot is good. Big Reds still with a big lead here with 5 minutes and 16 seconds left on the clock. Fayad getting the rebound over to Mark Chapman. Ball's gonna be tapped out. The Big Reds will keep control. Jalen Esters looking to pass in. Luckily, he found Mark Chapman just in time. Now Chapman's got to make it over half court, which he does. Over to Jamie Main, inside to Fayad, and he puts it up for two. Excellent game here tonight by Ali Fayad. Merritt with the ball over to Smith. To the corner to Metter, back to Smith. Smith puts it up for two. Mark Chapman looking at the full court press here, trying to make his way, double teamed. Over to Jamie Main. He's double teamed and loses the ball. The Big Reds are gonna call a timeout. Big Reds up by 15 with 4 minutes and 28 seconds left on the clock here. Again, Ali Fayad playing an excellent game here for the Big Reds. They just need to get him down low and just give him the basketball. He's putting them up, and it's definitely paying off. The Tars are going to really have a really hard time trying to be able to stop him. Jalen Esters with the ball for the Big Reds, over to Mark Chapman. He's gonna run the baseline and looks like he'll get fouled. Esters with the ball, trying to get it to Wagner, but stolen away by Anthony Smith, and he takes the drive. His shot missed. Ball's on the ground here. And it looks like it is gonna be the Tars basketball. Passed in over to Buckley. Buckley's gonna take the shot, rolled out of the rim. Ali Fayad getting the rebound. Mark Chapman passes the ball to Esters. Over to Mark Chapman, and he's gonna go up, and it's good for two. Big Red's still pulling ahead here with 3:48 on the clock. Shot by Smith, missed. Rebounded by Metter. And that's going to be a foul there for Jamie Main. Matthew Buckley is going to shoot at the line for the Tars. First shot is good. Big Red still up by 16. His second shot bounces on the rim, but it's good. Dombrow with the ball. Mark Chapman passes the ball, gets the ball. Running up the sideline, trying to fight away here. Austin Metter playing a very tough D on Chapman. Ball stolen by Buckley, and he's going to go up for the layup. Looks like he's going to be packed there by Jalen Esters. That's got to hurt. Looks like Buckley's going to be back on the line for the Tars. He's able to make the first two, so maybe some easy points here for the Tars. Makes his first. Tyler Robotham comes in for Jalen Esters. And his second shot is good. Mark Chapman with the ball. Looking to get away from Austin Merritt here. Looks like that's going to be a foul on Tyler Robotham. Everett Boone back in the game for the Big Reds. Jamie Main taking the ball out. He's going to pass in to Wagner. Wagner over to Boone. Back up top to Wagner. He's going to take the drive. Back over to Boone, but Boone can't save it in time. Going to be the Tars ball with 2 minutes 46 left on the clock. Big Reds up by 18, excuse me. Anthony Smith with the ball for the Tars. His pass to Dombrow was thrown out. Mark Chapman is going to get the ball for the Big Reds. Looking to pass it in to Boone. The Tars here playing a hardcore press. Everett Boone with the ball, passes to Winslow Chapman, over to Fayad. Ball stolen right out of Fayad's hands, and Anthony Smith goes up for the layup, missed. Rebounded by Everett Boone. Boone looking for the drive. His shot is missed. Buckley now with the ball for the Tars. 2:16 left on the clock in the fourth. Over to Merritt. His shot missed. Rebounded by Buckley. Buckley double teamed here. Able to roll the ball over. Fayad now on the ground with the ball. Over to Jamie Main. Buckley almost taking out a Big Reds cheerleader. Luckily, she moved out of the way. Everett Boone, the shot, missed. Andrew Metter is now the line for the Tars. That's going to be the fourth foul here for Mark Chapman. Jalen Esters is coming in for the game, and Everett Boone is going to sit this out. Metter's second shot is good. Mark Chapman with the ball. Heavy pressure here by Merritt. And there draws a foul. Minute 45 left on the clock. Big Reds up by 12. Jalen Esters throws it into Mark Chapman. Chapman breaking free, double teamed. And there's another foul. And there's going to be a foul on Austin Merritt, his third. You kind of had to knew that was coming because he just had his hands all over Mark Chapman. Buckley able to get the ball for the Tars. Looking to pass over to Smith. Smith's going to drive the lane. He puts it in for two. Foul's going to be called on Jamie Main. Anthony Smith at the line for the Tars. He's got one shot. His basket did count. Tars down by 10. Make that 9. And there they're going to call a timeout with a minute 30 on the clock. All the Big Reds have to do is defensively just stop them. Tars have a lot of work to do in a minute 30 if they want to catch up and try and tie up this game or possibly take the lead. They're down by 9. Be interesting to see how the rest of this game pans out. Tars making their way back out on the court. Big Reds still on the sidelines. And here come the Big Reds. Fayad's going to take the ball up for the Big Reds. Over to Everett Boone. Double team there, throws the ball across. It's going to be off the Tars. Jalen Esters is going to take the ball, throws it over to Everett Boone. Boone trying to make a way, and he almost trips. Tars playing some sloppy defense right now. There's a couple fouls that should have been called. And finally the foul is called. It's going to be on Anthony Smith. Everett Boone is going to shoot from the line here. Minute 8 left on the clock. Big Red's still up by 9. And his first shot is good. Second shot is also good. Anthony Smith bringing the ball up for the Tars, gonna run the lane. Shot miss. Tried to get tapped in, couldn't. It's just getting brutal out there on the court. We run less than a minute here in the fourth. Tars playing very sloppy defense. I mean, I understand they want to get the ball, but it's definitely not the way to do it. That's going to be a foul on Jamie Main. Dombrow's first shot is missed. And his second shot is good. 10-point game here, Big Red's up. Big Reds will call a timeout this time. Like I said, 56.6 seconds left on the clock in the fourth. Big Reds up by 10. The Tars really need to slow things up and get a hold of themselves here. If they're not careful, they're going to cause a whole bunch of fouls, and sure enough, they're going to find themselves down by more than 10. The Tars making their way back out on the court, and here come the Big Reds. Passed over to Esters, and there's going to be a foul. Esters is now at the line for the Big Reds. First shot is missed. Buckley with the ball for the Tars. Looking over to Dombrow. Dombrow's going to run it down. Puts it up. Missed. Rebounded by Jamie Main. Fayad's going to take the ball out for the Big Reds. Throwing it into Esters. Esters with 40 seconds left. And there will be another foul. Another foul there by Austin Merritt. Jalen Esters at the line again. His first shot is good. Gives the Big Reds 11-point lead. Second shot missed, rebounded by Merritt. Smith with the ball, gonna take the shot, missed, rebounded by Esters. fans not seeming to be too happy with that call right there. That puts Esters back on the line again. This time the foul on Andrew Metter. That will be his fourth. First shot is missed. 28.9 seconds left. Big Red's still 11-point lead. And his second shot is good. Smith with the ball, looking to pass over to Buckley. Buckley over. Back to Buckley outside the three. And this shot's good. Tars are going to call a timeout here. 16.1 seconds left. Big Reds with a 9-point lead. 16.1 seconds left in the fourth. Fayad taking the ball out. The Tars are going to draw another foul. 15 seconds left on the clock. Maine's first shot is missed. Big Reds with the 9-point lead still here. 15 seconds left in the fourth. His second shot is good. Big Reds with a 10-point lead. 10 seconds left. And there's another foul. Buckley's first shot is good. And so is the second. His third shot is good as well. Ball over to Winslow Chapman. He's gonna try for the dunk, but misses. Finally tapped in. And that's gonna be the game. Big Reds 75. Anchor Bay Tar 66. This has been Emily Desmond with CPHS 6. Good night.